Tractate Megillah, page 17b, it says, Hatchalat HaGeula Milchama. The beginning of the redemption is going to have to be with a war. What is the order that it gives there? It says something interesting, and you can find two sources within Tractate Megillah, page 17b, and in Tractate Sanhedrin, page 97a. First it says the beginning of the redemption is war. Umot mitgarot zo bazo. The nations revoke each other. They, so to say, rub shoulders against each other, provoking each other. So they come and put some battleship here to provoke them. And they will move some missiles over here, they provoke them. The next stage will be threatening with weapons. So you see every now and then a nation, they make a parade and they're showing all their weapons, marching with thousands of soldiers and big trucks with missile launchers and drones and submarines, and they're showing, this is what I have. This is called the Yumim B'Neshek. They're threatening, look how much weapons I have. The third is that small organizations will take a practical, physical action in the war. Now, where do we see that? As we see ISIS, Hezbollah, Hamas, all these little organizations that are always created by a different country and a different government. Don't be so naive. All these terror organizations are created by the governments that are trying to continue the war but without getting their hands dirty. And we see that all these little organizations, and they do the fight. I mean, now, if Israel and Iran constantly are rubbing shoulders, there's no confrontation between Israel and Iran. But Iran is paying money to Hezbollah, throwing missiles at us. And they pay the Hamas, so the Hamas is throwing missiles at us. And they pay Islamic Jihad, so they're doing the terror. But Iran says, I didn't do that. Okay, this is what it means. Small organizations will take part, and you see that the same with ISIS and Al-Qaeda and many others. And after all this, eventually will be the war. So we got to all three stages, but not to stage number 4. We didn't get yet to the war. And of course, that I'm saying as a side note, that stage number 5 is Gog and Magog war. That's a whole different war than the actual wars that it's talking about. So we see that we're already in the process of the threatening and the rubbing shoulders and the provoke and so forth. But the 5th and last stage will be the war of Gog and Magog.